All right, we're coming to you for the back nine of the first round of the 47th annual New Zealand Disc Golf National Championships. Brought to you guys by RPM Discs. We are right here in Christchurch, one of the biggest cities in the South Island. Beautiful spot on what used to be a neighborhood. We now have this park to play on. I'm Luke Humphries, joined in the booth by Mr. Tall Paul Oman again. It's a beautiful day for disc golf, Paul.
It is. Brooker Ave Park here, rezoned after an earthquake in 2011 here in Christchurch. And now we have a beautiful, functioning disc golf course.
Yeah. Checking in with some of the scores on the course thus far. Braden Sides in the lead, but that pace by Aaron Gossage better, if not even with it. Levi Stout, Ezra Robinson.
Yeah.
We got some big names. Chandler Fry, Jeremy Koling, Jack O'Sullivan. Love to see his name up
Keep
there.
going.
300 through 10 holes. Yeah. Why stop there?
Hole 10, this was playing easy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are probably minding the OBs at this point.
Yep.
This basket is very, very tricky. Placed right in the little corner here with that the quick sidewalk right next to the road.
Yeah, like 3 paces from the left, 5 long. It's really just a placement shot.
I mean, at 453 feet for a par 4, yeah, you don't need a whole lot off the tee.
Yeah, the right to left headwind was flipping the discs up, so it was hard to make sure your disc stayed in bounds. You really had to knife hyzer that thing, get it around the bush.
Yeah, and the left side of that OB really starts to taper in, so
yeah, it
a
does.
lot of high releases on a hyzer here.
Yeah, nobody does it better than that guy right there. His forehand is incredible. The angles he can hit, the power he can add. You guys know this.
Yeah, I know that a couple of the locals were saying that if the wind is right, you can kind of attack this green. There's a little something between these bushes, but a lot of people have already taken some numbers, and we're looking to play some golf now on the back nine.
I'm eyeballing that route for final round if necessary.
Touche. I don't think the wind really played for it today, but
Germ, this one actually is in jeopardy, and it falls out OB and then cut rolls back inbounds, actually.
Wow, he threw a blue disc into a blue sky. I lost it.
Yeah, it's actually white with a green rim, but
good talking.
Yeah, nice chat.
Francis nice and tidy with his upshot.
That'll be a birdie.
Yeah. That looks blue.
Yeah, Germ loves the forehand approach, but the wind is not right. Neither is that bush or the bush by the basket. So going with this touchy little backhand right here.
Keep it low.
Slow down, dude.
Okay.
It was hard to tell where it went. He kind of thought it had gone closer to the out of bounds than it actually was. And he's just right outside bullseye.
Yeah,
sitting nice. Yeah, that was an envy approach. Just a little putter.
I like how he kept it low. Minimal skip.
This is my oldest disc in my bag, my favorite disc.
And I can see why.
Yeah, that 750 A3 does everything I want and more.
I mean, this upshot is so touchy, and you guys are just diming it.
Yep. This one a little soft though, and now he'll be messing with that bush. He's only 22 feet away.
Yeah.
But it is a tester, and the spin putt in the right to left, I think, is the trickiest.
Super tight OB.
There
no
we
problem.
Go. Yeah.
This man has found a new putting stroke.
Yep.
He's getting comfortable.
Yeah, he's definitely playing. He's had the 2 bogeys on 4 and 5, but other than that, pretty scorching round. And only 1 par through 10 holes for Aaron Gossage.
Francis getting things moving in the right direction. You guys are making light work of this par 4.
Yeah.
You can see why it played as the easiest par 4s in the day.
Yeah, 0.86 under par, which I feel like with a different wind or something.
It's in.
His reaction, pretty funny. Just hands down.
He knows.
Yeah.
He got away with one.
Yeah, a little bit. Hole 11, back to the big bombs in the par 5s. This one here, look at how much stuff is in the fairway. It's just kind of hard to avoid.
It's wild how things are placed here. These are actual people's you know, properties, their house plants they used to have around their house, and it's crazy how this hole sets up. You know, 1,001 feet. That's a good distance already, but there's some really tricky landing zones here. I feel like. Are you going full bore, or are you trying to just place this thing?
I'm not going over the road. I'm going like over the bush, about 30 feet from the road.
Yeah, but you're getting past a very good batch of trees that really can hang up some people.
Yep. Shout out to that spotter right there, Henry Pearson, man. That's the tour director right there, out there doing double duty for us.
Looks like Goose looking to get a little further left than you, maybe. No, he flattened his out and took it about
another
80,
40, 50.
Okay.
Yeah. He didn't outdrive me by 100. I said it earlier. He got me by 100, but that one was 40 or 50. And I like this play from Francis. You end up on the left side of the fairway. It's a completely different view.
Yeah, just beats that batch, too. That's great.
Going with the dimension right there.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's way down there on the left side.
Smoking that thing.
Yep, further than everybody else. And also left. I think that opens up his angle a little bit. This one probably the hardest to attack in 2 shots.
Yes.
Of the ones we've played thus far.
Definitely.
The least likely to have eagles on it.
Wow, Francis really doing a great job to stay away from these trees.
Yep.
Set himself up for a good angle to access the green for the birdie, because this green really tapers in.
Yeah.
Much
really
like a keyhole.
Yeah, it does. It definitely tapers up. And I was just trying to keep it straight and low. I wasn't sure where I was trying to go. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tricky. I mean, I'm sure you only have, 2 rounds on this so far? So One.
And I was on a phone call for some of it. He was with you. Had to take a Google Meet. So I skipped this hole and the next hole.
Yeah. Yeah, this one, you got to find a place you can get comfortable to. I think in this wind, it's a great hole to just play for par.
Yeah.
We've been talking about piecing some of these holes up. Figure out what works for you and just stay in your wheelhouse.
Yeah,
germ, yeah.
Yeah, forehand all the way across the fairway, finds the out of bounds right, unfortunately. And that was another one of those.
There's a lot of ground to work with here. The fairway is pretty wide, but just trying to find the spot to where you're unobstructed for your next shot is tricky. This has got to wowie wheel.
Yeah, Reblend D2 doesn't mess around.
Checking up. That was fantastic.
Yeah, it's got the speed I need, stability for the wind. Yeah, I felt like you had to be. I mean,
yeah.
Just take aim at that basket. And this one needs to keep on going. Go.
Sneaks right past the rock.
It does. It does. Looks like Francis going with that Zeus.
I like the forehand play for the wind.
Oh, yeah.
Done very well by Mr. Orange.
Yep. Nicely done. 3 looks for birdie thus far, and he did get himself a little pinched on this side. So with that right to left wind, he's going to have to play this extremely wide.
Well done.
Yeah,
not super tighty, but
any ground play at all. You thought it would have skipped a little bit. I thought he played it properly.
Yeah.
The width was the key.
It's unfortunate that he didn't have the forehand to play because the wind really played for it, but that was well done.
And Jerem stood there for about 10 seconds thinking about his putt, and then all of a sudden the wind continued to build until he released there. Unfortunately, just didn't really get a break from it.
It's that tricky right to left like you spoke about earlier for the spin putt.
Yep. You almost have to play it a little right and a little low, trusting that it's going to blow up into the basket if you're giving it a touch of hyzer.
Francis getting on the good side of the basket and carting the birdie.
Looking like a rock star in those glasses with that hair.
I can't believe some of these guys don't play with a hat on. I mean,
insane, right?
Yeah.
Especially in this New Zealand sun. Feels like it hits twice as hard out here.
It's just not the vibe they're trying to put off. Another great birdie. And look at you.
Yeah.
Finding a little stride there.
Yeah, I got a little streak going. Kind of caught back up with the crew. Feeling like I was getting left in the dust for a little while. All right. Hole 12, man, 213.
Yeah.
Super short, but it's got this raised elevated green, and you're not in bounds unless you're on that elevated part. So it's very touchy. It's close to the front, so it's easier to throw it into the back of the green and leave yourself a tricky putt.
Definitely a lot of room in the back of the green to secure the par, you know. But I don't think anybody here is looking for a long putt. Everyone's looking to base this thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little tricky.
It is. It is. I was windreed on a hole I've never played before, so.
Got to get this thing flat.
Zone from Francis, like 2 feet short.
Yeah.
I think it even hit the wood there.
Can't fall in love with parking this hole.
Goose has a great disc for this. Zone OS. He launched it. He threw that disc super hard, hits the pan, nearly aces it.
Wow.
And immediately after he released it, he said, "Get up or stay up."
Yeah, I mean, Francis just looks so casual, and then Goose just...
Yeah, that Zone OS is
that
an extremely stable disc, so he really does have to throw it hard, even on short shots like this.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm going pyro. And almost dunking it as well. Those shots were exact mimics of each other.
Yeah, just a really great wind play. Having the forehand utility disc in the bag. Francis.
Would have been good. Beautiful little spin putt.
Yeah.
I'm just a little distracted, but shouldn't be a problem.
Good bid. Just tricky to really run that thing hard with the OB right behind it. A little distraction. It's understandable. It's tough to see that the streak has come to an end.
Yeah, it was bound to end at some point, but
nice birdies.
213 footer. It was a tricky 213.
Yeah.
Honestly. I mean, you watch Francis just a couple feet short. His disc landed, 11 feet from the basket, and now he's got a 50-footer for his par.
Yeah.
It's a very penalizing 213 if you don't do it properly.
Absolutely.
Germ and Aaron doing it exactly that properly. Taking the birdie.
Yeah.
Headed into hole 13, one of the more unique holes out here.
Yeah, I think I heard it called the graveyard a couple times.
Is that what they called it?
I think so. Don't quote me on that, but a very tricky par 4 that most everyone can probably get to, I would think.
Get a putt at.
But that red line down the road means everything to the right side is hazard, and then you just don't want to be left of the grass there.
They call that the bush.
That's the bush, buddy. I think it's a swamp.
But this guy's got a perfect disc and a great throw for...
Big right to left wind on this hole.
Dude, look at that. That was 70 feet right of the street.
I mean, that was not fantastic right there.
No, it disappeared into that bush right there, but he's got all the distance. He's less than 100 feet away.
He's got to be one of the bigger throwers on the card. Jeremy's showing his frustration on the tee pads.
Yeah, Aaron back there enjoying it. Yeah, and that was a beautiful connection.
Is heading in that direction. Find some grass. Okay.
Yeah, that was the dimension. Similar spot to where Goose is at. They've both carried the disc 460 probably, so they're not that far away.
And they have no putts.
Yeah, I'm going FX2. I'm just trying to play down the road, little Anheuser, and let it stable up. And I've done exactly what I wanted, except I just threw it too far.
Yeah,
like I'm in the short grass.
You were trying to play some golf, and
I was trying to piece it up, and now I've pinched myself off.
Whoops.
Yeah, whoops.
Darn it.
And this is interesting right here. This is that Zeus.
Okay.
And he puts it in the perfect spot. With a full-speed driver,
yeah,
it was like 260
you could
feet.
almost like throw a mid-range on the road and just let it like shuffle into the grass.
Yes.
But
I thought about that too.
Francis was comfortable with.
Totally. Yeah, he's going with a little Raptor right there.
And that's how you get a birdie.
Yeah. It's definitely how you get a birdie putt.
Show some restraint.
How do you even show restraint here?
Well, I mean, you see what Germ and Goose both did, you know, like Goose had so much juice left on his Frisbee. What was that little spaceship toss?
Yeah, that was my baby. That was my A3, yeah.
Oh, wow. He didn't get stuck in the trees. He
went straight through him. He's actually got a putt for his eagle.
Wow. That's very fortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, they just had so much speed left on their disc to like get it to stop there. You almost have to leave it on the road.
Germ going big Annie against the wind, giving it a bid.
He's an angle master.
I just got this straddle putt from about circle's edge.
Tricky wind.
Yeah, it's just a bad putt, honestly. Yeah, it was a bad putt.
Bad putt, all right.
Yep.
I'm trying to help you out.
Nah, man, we can't throw them all perfect, and that one was not. Good birdie there from Francis. Yeah. That's textbook. Pieced it up.
Definitely.
He did that Tiger Woods thing, playing driver off the tee, super down tempo, and then down tempoing another fairway driver.
Yeah, Goose trying to get himself an eagle look. Still cards the birdie.
Yeah. Losing a stroke to the fellas right as I felt like I was getting caught back up.
Yeah.
The PDGA rating system is a valuable part of having an active membership. When you play in sanctioned leagues and tournaments, you get a rating that compares your performance to the rest of the field. This helps you understand your skill level and helps you see your improvement in the game. You also get a PDGA number when you first sign up. Your PDGA number timestamps when you sign up, locking in your place in disc golf history. So sign up today, and we'll see you out on the course.
If you want to know what a disc is going to feel like before you get it, you have to check out OTB Disc. The first thing I'm looking for when I grab a new disc is the feel of the disc. It's got to be confidence instilled. Virtually in your hand, it tells you what the disc is going to feel like, how heavy it's going to be. It's everything you want to know before it shows up to your house.
It's really, really helpful in not only finding a disc that looks beautiful, but is also exactly what you're looking for it to feel like. Of course, when you're dealing with OTB, you're going to get only the best.
Brought back by popular demand, Z-Lite plastic from Discraft. Disc that you already know and love, now available in lighter weights. This plastic is perfect for players with lower arm speeds as well as beginners. They can also be a great complement to the regular weight version of a disc that's already in your bag. Z-Lite, more distance with less effort.
Huge thanks to our sponsors for being a part of this coverage, as well as the Cancer Playbook. We've been talking about them the whole time, guys. Anybody who is thrown down, donated to the Cancer Playbook is going to be involved in a raffle. If you've donated at all, it doesn't matter how much, you are automatically entered to win a sweatshirt, a shirt, some discs, and a hat. So make sure you go over there. It's a good cause. We appreciate the Cancer Playbook being a part of this, as well as the other sponsors. Short par 4 here, but OB everywhere. And there's this little tunnel that we're trying to land dead center in the middle of fairway on. This turned into a kite, though.
Yeah, really looking to get this disc a little more flat.
On the line, but inbounds. And in our practice round, I landed over there. There is a sneaky little sidearm gap over there.
That's fortunate.
It is very fortunate.
This thing needs to move now.
Yeah. I hadn't seen Germ throw this disc, actually. This was the first time he's busted it out in New Zealand, to my knowledge. That was a Tesla, and that one does not come back in. So he's going to be taking that one pretty short.
Man, he might have a hyzer over those trees to access that right side. I kind of looked at that in practice. But he's not going to be able to access that fairway that you're looking to get to this drive. Come on.
Come on. Just doesn't stay high enough. I think if it's a little higher, it skips back to the perfect spot.
Yeah.
So I've seen 0 good shots so far. Going with a reblend D3, pushing it out flat. I think it's kind of headed towards a good spot. And then it skips into the trees, dude.
Lifts, yeah.
Terrible, terrible place.
Yeah, you had to be comfortable getting this one out wide right today with the wind.
Yeah.
And
you really did. Or just playing it short. I think come final round, I'm not going to try and push that gap.
Down.
This one also
whoa, where are we
turning
now?
into a kite. We've reached out of bounds, unfortunately. That one there finding out of bounds just outside circle's edge.
Not the best wind for that shot today.
Francis going for this gut shot. That's a D3 that I gave him last year that's become one of his babies.
What do you think would have been going through Germ's head if Francis would have just dimed that shot right there?
Bunch of regret. He doesn't even know where he's at, though.
Look at you, talking about a little sneak route.
Yep. I told him when he threw it there, I was like, if you're in bounds, you have this route. And he finds out of bounds as well.
Kidding.
That was a Raptor, and that was just really hot.
Yeah, because he probably only had like 2 and some change into the bucket, I feel like.
Yeah. And that was like a 1050 rated shot right there. Didn't look like it, but I'm telling you.
You tooting your own horn?
Yeah, I'm telling you. It was harder than it looked. Just to get around the corner and have myself an open look.
Go.
The other play would be to...
Yeah, I think if we played these courses a whole bunch, we'd have them a little more dialed.
Yeah, that's typically how it works.
Yep. These are all new to us, and we're not sure exactly where the landing zones are. I'm a little loose with that upshot, but
yeah, this course is just so exposed too. You're just always on your toes.
Yep.
So much OB.
All right, so Germ is going to be placing his right foot in front of his lie, lifting it up and throwing his putt all at once before his right foot lands. And Germ would like me to mention that this is called a Germ step. I think Barry Schultz probably has some issue with that.
Yeah, I don't think...
But he is pretty good at it.
I guess when you find things, you get to name them, eh? Like new species and...
Yeah, crazy right there. 2 OBs, and he takes just a bogey. Pretty nicely done.
Unreal.
Plays the hole in 3 shots.
A little nosy. Wasn't going to drop for him.
Right. Yeah, discouraging par after throwing what I felt was the best drive of the bunch. Turns out they
and
were
a
all
1050 rated 100-foot shot.
I know. That 100, bro, that was 40.
Again, I'm trying to help you out.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Our card not playing it very good. 3 over, 4 over par, in fact. My par gains some strokes on the guys headed into the final par 5 on the course.
Yeah.
Hole 15.
This is one of those ones you got to play some golf on, I feel like.
Yeah, the second shot is almost completely blind, so having some experience or a good practice round under your belt definitely helps out.
Yeah. There's kind of a pinch point there for the second shot, but the first shot, it kind of entices you to like, oh, I want to get over this road here.
Yep.
And it's tricky the way that the OB plays. It's like you don't have to carry too much distance, I don't think.
No, you don't.
No, you're just piecing it up. This is smart. You get as close as you can to the road without going out of bounds.
Yeah.
And now, if you're me, I'm throwing over the trees blind.
Right. Yeah.
If you're you, I don't know if you're throwing a little forehand, but I think you throw that forehand around the corner on the left, and you're getting to that pinch point that's just going to bring you trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going with a play that I wasn't able to practice. I was just able to look back at the hole. So I will be taking it over the top, like you said.
I mean,
dude,
that's aggressive, and that is an absolute smush.
That's 130, 40 feet past me.
I mean, it's 928 feet. Let's do the math here. These guys can throw over 450 feet.
Yeah, I threw 350, so he was very close to 500 with that, and on a golf shot line.
I like Goose's low approach, but Germ just getting this thing to drop out of the air. That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was Dimension from Germ and Nuke from Aaron. Francis wants to push that as well. It's just the road place is a river. So
great shots.
either way you do it, you just got to get yourself in that inbounds. All right, so I'm thinking just ante it a little bit with this stable D3.
Negative on the ante. One angle shot here.
No, I anteed it out of the hands. Looks good. It's got to miss that tree.
You're kidding me.
Oh, it does.
No, it does not miss a tree, but it lands inbounds.
It was going to be perfect. Now it's great.
It's still good.
Yeah. That's that.
That's
400
leaking a little
D3.
left.
It is. You're right. It's not only left, it's actually long as well.
Whoa.
In 2 shots, he's gone past where you really should be landing. I think once you've...
Yeah, I guess I was on the other side of the road. So once you've
driven
crossed
across the road, it's not very far until you run out of fairway.
Well said.
Perfect shot from Germ there.
And the hyzer, the righty backhand hyzer, like I feel like the wind was not on your favor. That's why I was saying when you said you're going to turn it over, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, because it is tailwind too, and that anhyzer drops in the tailwind. This is a machete, and he's going to the green.
This guy did his homework.
Yeah, you could tell in his game plan
Yeah.
that he was confident in his landing zones and the shots he was going to have to throw.
Right, and the caliber of players that he's practicing with too. I mean, they're pushing each other. They're pushing the sport. Like, that's what's possible on this hole right here.
Yeah, exactly. Germ just diming up that envy.
That's how Immortal would play the hole.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Not to say Germ's Immortal. He might not be. He's
Going with my A5, looking for that late stable finish, which I get.
I can't give you the same accolades that I gave Germ for piecing up the hole because that second shot, I don't know about.
I hit the tree.
Yeah.
I just barely touched the tree, so I don't get no accolades.
Nuns.
All right. Spin putt for Eagle, 36 feet.
No, this is Goose, not Eagle.
Okay, I see what you did there.
All right. He gave himself a chance, and
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that left to right kind of drug his putter to the right. But that is the advantage of being on the green. You can 2-putt for your par.
For your birdie.
Yeah, the birdie, of course.
Nice bird for the boy.
Yeah, Francis going to be taking the lone par. Unfortunately, throwing that second shot a little errant.
Germ with a nice bird. Playing some golf.
Yeah, he is. He is continuing to play golf after taking down that tournament in Auckland a couple weeks ago. He's on a roll right now, and it's fun to see.
Let
Hole
the body
16.
rest for a week.
Yeah.
On to hole 16 here. Par 3, only 213 feet, and all kinds of trouble around the basket. You got a lot of room behind the basket, a little bit of room to the right of the basket, but left side's trouble. The wind was really playing well for this shot here.
Yeah.
Glad you threw it.
Yeah, the backhand was the play.
Juicy.
I should have thrown it higher the last second. I thought about the curve, zipped it.
I wonder, what is that again?
It's an A5.
That's the A5. Okay.
It's so good.
I wonder if
man.
you would have just thrown like a putter. Like maybe that was just. I mean, you threw it great.
Yeah, I zipped it.
Look.
That
glidey
zone OS is perfect for this shot.
Yeah, and mesmerizing as it spins around the basket.
Really, you're looking for a disc that wants to get down, so then you can throw it hard. And Germ's kind of doing the opposite here. This is a pretty understable.
And it looks like you're like, oh, just throw a skip shot or something, but there's some gravel there. Wow, that thing just dropped out of the ground, or onto the ground, out of the air.
Out of the sky. It did look great the whole time. Really thought he was about to park it.
He caught that. Did he catch the curb there?
Yep, caught the curb, bounced backwards, so we didn't believe it hit any grass, and he'll be taking it from the other side of the road.
Oh my gosh.
Unfortunate. Yeah, short's really just the miss you can't have. Going for that tailwind smash putt right there.
Yeah, a little drop putt.
Little pancaker. Outside the circle, bid for the man right there, Francis. Show us again.
Connection.
Like a movie star. Look at this.
Mr. Cool, dude.
Oh my gosh, that was the most casual putt I've ever seen. Tom Cruise putting.
Run it back one more time. Come on. Ah, just kidding.
No, that was good for sure. Similar distance, just outside the circle.
Oh.
Yeah, good looking putt. If it had been just headwind, I think it would have been all right. But that right to left
Just
kind of
didn't
blew
look
me
cool
off.
enough, dude. I'm sorry.
100%.
Francis stole all the cool.
He did. The green has no cool on it anymore.
It's void.
But look at that. I'm telling you, that's a changed Aaron Gossage with confidence to hit those windy headwinders.
He got behind it too, got down a little bit, and really got the nose of the disc flat and just let it ride through the wind.
I love it how he keeps it on the same plane. He's very specific. The disc isn't moving back and forth or up and down.
Yeah.
He's got it ready to fire.
I'm interested to see if he's going to continue throughout the season, this putt.
Yeah, with the success he's finding now, I really think he will, but I'm also interested to see because he was a great pitch putter when he was doing that as well. Nearly won a world championship doing it.
Exactly.
Hole 17, you got Amando just across the street on the right. Players are trying to go just in front of. And then this is one of the bigger par fours, I think. It's 755.
That Mando really makes you play golf.
Yeah.
There's that little road there that kind of plays as a river. Most of these guys they're way past this Mando point, but this is in need of checking.
It is.
Perfectly.
Yep. He actually told me after he threw that he threw the wrong disc. He thought he was throwing a machete.
Yeah.
And he threw the Raptor.
It checked very nicely.
Yeah.
Most of the OB. All this grass is pretty burnt, pretty skippy, but he had a good angle left on it.
Yeah, this is nice right here. 400 D3 from Francis. It's got Hogan's face on it, so you know it's fine fairway.
Very well done. Germ.
Good man.
There's no way you can help that man look any better, Francis.
Really?
It's Mr. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I gave that 400 reblend D2 just a little bit of ante, and it came all the way back.
Man, you almost got that T-pad. That would have been unfortunate.
Oh, that would have.
Great drive.
That's pretty bad.
Germ going panic. And also messing with that tee box a little bit, but both of us next to each other, and then both of those guys, Aaron and Francis, next to each other. So this is about 375 into a right to left headwind.
Come on, swing.
And it is holding his disc out, but places it nicely inside the circle.
That was a match.
It was a huge forehand, dude. Got our good friend Chris from Vortica Disc Golf looking on in the background. He's lent us a car the past 2 times we've been down here. Amazing guy, Chris Davies.
Yeah,
One of the real ones.
Got the umbrella beta, too.
Yeah, it's key out here. Short from Francis, maybe not wanting to entirely take on that green. It is pretty sketchy. If you're playing the backhand, you're cruising over OB for quite a bit of it.
I think my caddy told me it's only 100 meters from that short tee pad. So.
Yeah. Well, Germ is 345 from the basket.
Beautiful.
Yeah. That is the exact same disc he threw off the tee, the panic.
Useful.
I'm going with that reblend D2, and I do what they say don't do. I rolled the wrist, guys. And end up by those trees over on the right. Yeah, I knew it was going to hyzer flip my stable disc, and I just didn't trust it and kind of did the ante on my own.
Whoa.
By myself. Yeah, this
just took off.
This is a bad putt.
Drops nicely.
I apologize to the spectators.
Yeah.
I said, sorry you had to watch that. This was what I was trying to do. Just a nice spinny bid. Francis just makes me look bad right after that.
Wasn't too hard to do. I mean, I don't know what that floppy duck you threw in the air was. Yeah. Oh, goose.
Yeah, probably his worst putt of the day. He's had so many good ones.
Didn't look like that same stroke.
Yeah, it was to get to double digits. I wonder if he was thinking about it or.
No. That looked a little more like the spinner that we had been seeing the rest of the round, but that one that he missed to the right just didn't seem like the same stroke.
Yeah, he's trying to, he's figuring out the putt. You got to figure out the tendencies under pressure.
That's well said.
Really when you're going to learn about what you've been working on.
Yeah.
And fantastic birdie from Germ right there. This hole definitely had to play over par. Hole 17, second hardest hole on the course, 0.7 over par.
Wow.
Yeah, there were only 3 birdies on it. Worth talking about: Big Germ, Joseph Berry, Jasper Vandermeer. Headed into hole 18. Interesting Mando here, kind of offset from the tee. So you're not looking to enter it, you're just looking to line yourself up with it.
Yeah, it's very finicky placement here.
Yeah.
You got to get the distance, but then that OB on the left side really comes up quick. It's a tricky par 4 for 509 feet.
Yeah, they figured out a way to make it difficult and
Yeah.
have it all right here in front of people.
Yeah, the use of this property, I know people might think, oh, Mando, what's going on? But I think this course is set up well for a good challenge.
Yeah. Plasma Mayhem from Germ, and he's thrown it basically to the mouth.
Yeah.
That's as good as you can do, really.
That was fantastic.
Yeah,
I
trusted
mean,
the Anheuser.
Like, as good as you can do. I'm sure there's some people out there that could get funky, but in this
As good as you
this
need to
tournament,
do. Yeah.
exactly.
You could do better if you want to.
That was phenomenal.
Francis, unfortunately, ends up a bit short. Yeah, and his options are going to be limited.
Gotta push this thing at that tent.
Yeah, I could have pushed it a little more at the tent, but my distance is right, so I'm looking straight down the path.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about 70 feet further than Germ. I mean, he's like right next to the Mando. You can't
Right.
do it much better than him.
You got a straight look, though.
It's only 509. Aaron going with that Raptor. Definitely pushes it towards the tent a little better than I do. Ends up a little closer.
Both great shots.
Yeah. Now we're going to see what Francis's options are from short right. They're not good.
Well, he begs to differ.
It hit that bush right there, but it was looking so good. Germ had already given him the props because it was flipping up to flat.
Yeah, that was a very nice, touchy little forehand roller.
I go standstill FX2, and I clip a tree and head over to a circle's edge putt on the right side. It'd be really hard to land there on purpose.
Not as clean as you'd like, but still
Definitely
giving
not.
yourself an opportunity. This is what I'm thinking. Great control from Goose.
Get that bogey back on 17,
Yeah.
that little 3-putt, cover it up, shoot a 9 under par right there.
What would you guys have shot if you were a four-headed monster? Seemed like everybody birdied at least one of the holes.
Yeah, I think we would have shot 26 under or something, honestly. We had a few eagles and
Oh,
just the only thing in the way.
yeah.
Mental mistake there from Germ. I think he was going with that tempo, and now he's just 100 feet away.
The prayer.
Yeah.
Settle in.
Yeah, giving himself about 16 feet for the par. This would be amazing. Forehand roller birdie right
The
here.
crowd would go wild. Oh, strong bid.
Yeah. I think I got a headwind here.
He thought wrong. It was a good stroke, just no movement.
Just a little low.
Solid round from Germ.
Yeah, look at that back nine. Only one par, and it was hole 18 right there.
But Christmas was a couple months ago. What's all this red and green?
That's a good question. Always a pleasure playing with Francis, man. He's one of the nicest guys. Had the pleasure of meeting his dad as well while we've been down here. Comes from
Wonderful.
a good family. And that man right there, Aaron Gossage, shoots the course record now in the
Wow.
hot round of the day. 9 under par. Could have been better, too, when you think
Yeah.
about it. He was 4 under par through 3 holes.
Couple of putts too, man. I think there's double digits. But hopefully this wind picks up and it's all pluses.
No kidding. There's a ton of birdies out on this course, and some of us will be making some adjustments for that final round.
Yeah.
Look forward to seeing how that happens. Full look in at the leaderboard.
Hey.
Right now, we will be adding Chandler Fry and New Zealand's own Levi Stout to this lead card for round 2.
I'm looking forward to it. Heading over to Bottle Lake.
Yeah.
Gossage has got 2-stroke lead over you, Mr. Humphries. I think a couple of these other guys are looking to press on too. I could see some hot scores over at Bottle Lake.
Oh yeah, look at Henry Pearson with the grass in the mouth. That is the man right there, guys.
That is New Zealand right there.
That is me signing up for Champions Cup.
Oh, nice.
Mid-round, sign-ups opened for a major in the States, so
Nice work.
I had to get on it, yeah.
Eddie Falk. Go on over to his Instagram. Check it out. Circuit Disc Golfer.
Circuit Disc Golfer. Yeah, he's
Putting out
taking
some
incredible pics.
Amazing images.
Man, we've enjoyed it. Hope you guys have as well. First round of the New Zealand National Championships is in the books. For Paul Oman, I am Luke Humphries, and we will see you guys for round 2.